The woman kept tapping her cheek lightly with her pinky finger, over and over again, trying to communicate with the man sitting across from her. But his eyes were unfocused, vacant, completely unresponsive to her subtle signals. No matter how obvious her gestures were, the man showed no reaction at all. With no other choice, the woman decided to try again. This time, something finally changed. The man began blinking his eyes at a very specific rhythm. The moment she noticed it, a satisfied smile slowly appeared on her face. She immediately pulled out a small notebook and carefully wrote down every piece of information the man was transmitting through his blinks, following his instructions. The woman soon arrived at a designated location. She counted the floor tiles from left to right until she reached the 2976th tile. After pressing a hidden switch, the heavy concrete wall suddenly began to move, revealing a secret compartment. Inside sat a sleek sports car identical to the one driven by James Bond. Guided by the route the man had communicated using Morse code, the woman sped through the city. 37 kilometers later, she stopped in front of a specific landmark. Without warning, the mountain before her slowly split open, revealing a concealed entrance. She drove straight into the underground base. After entering the password provided by the man, a massive safe automatically emerged from the wall. Inside were stacks upon stacks of US dollars. She first stuffed $100 million in cash into her bag. Then, very carefully, she removed 2 syringes, one filled with a yellow liquid, the other with a green one. Once everything was secured, she immediately headed to the Department of Justice. The deputy minister leaned in close and whispered a few corny pickup lines into her ear. Completely enchanted, he instantly lost all composure. His inner simp was fully exposed. He declared on the spot that if the woman agreed to be his girlfriend, he would do absolutely anything for her. Seizing the opportunity, the woman played along. She told him that all she wanted was for him to arrange a meeting with a certain man in prison. If he could do that, she would belong to him. The deputy minister froze. The man she wanted to see was a death row inmate, an infamous monster who had murdered countless wealthy businessmen and high-ranking officials. His name was Diabolik. Seeing the deputy minister hesitate, the woman pretended to look disappointed and said she wouldn't force him if it was too difficult. She picked up her handbag and turned to leave. This calculated move completely triggered the deputy minister's desire to prove himself. Eager to show his power, he immediately agreed. They soon arrived at the prison. Using national security as an excuse, the deputy minister demanded a special interrogation. Diabolik had already been sentenced to death and was scheduled for execution the very next day. For days, he had refused food and water, his eyes empty, showing no response to the outside world. Doctors had even diagnosed him as mentally impaired. Diabolik was brought into the visiting room. The 3 of them stayed inside for less than 30 seconds before the woman and the deputy minister left together. The next day, Diabolik was escorted to the execution platform. He showed no resistance, no emotion, like a lifeless puppet, but a seasoned detective sensed something was wrong. His mind flashed back to the human skin masks he had once discovered in Diabolik's basement. He shouted in alarm and rushed forward, trying to stop the execution. But it was already too late. The blade had fallen. When the detective examined the body, his worst fear was confirmed. The man who had been executed was not Diabolik, it was the lustful deputy minister. The truth was finally revealed. Diabolik had anticipated his arrest long ago. Before being captured, he had crafted an incredibly realistic human skin mask of the deputy minister. During the prison visit, while the guards were distracted, Eva injected the green serum into the deputy minister's neck. He collapsed instantly. The green drug was a powerful truth serum, forcing him to confess that all the money he had extorted over the years was hidden in a Swiss bank vault. Then Eva injected the yellow serum. This drug caused complete paralysis, rendering the victim unconscious for 24 hours. That was why Diabolik had pretended to be mentally vacant in prison. He needed the world to believe the executed man was truly him. Disguised as the deputy minister, Diabolik escaped with Eva. Though the detective saw through the scheme, all he could do was secretly deploy his men and prepare to capture the criminal later. Meanwhile, Diabolik and Eva began planning to steal all the dirty money hidden in Switzerland. Eva disguised herself as a wealthy socialite and visited the Swiss bank, claiming she wanted to store a priceless painting. To impress such a valuable client, the bank manager proudly explained the vault's security system in detail. That very night, Eva's hidden device activated, firing a circular laser reaching 3,000 degrees Celsius. It melted a hole through the reinforced steel wall. Diabolik entered through the sewer, carefully bypassing the alarm system, dissolving locks with acid and flooding the vault to disable security. Everything went according to plan until the police arrived. In the end, Diabolik escaped with Eva. He spared the detective's life, declaring that he was only taking back money stolen by corrupt officials. Months later, Diabolik retired for good, disappearing from the criminal world, and began a new life with Eva, free, wealthy, and finally at peace. The movie ends here. Thanks for your watching. Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out.